Last week we had the autumn statement from the Chancellor. It's safe to say there wasn't a lot of good news in there for anyone, but don't get me wrong, I'm not jumping up and down to change places with him. At Mutual Ventures, we're focused on public services. So what happened there? Well, on the NHS and adult social care, on the face of it, it looks like there is some additional money there, but for adult social care, certainly quite a bit of that is expected to come through increases in council tax. So I think how that all plays out over the next 6 months will be very interesting to watch. We're very interested in levelling up, and in particular the Levelling Up Fund and the Shared Prosperity Fund, having supported a lot of councils to develop levelling up bids and Shared Prosperity Fund investment plans. Now, from what I can see, both of these funds have been squeezed, so there's not as much funding available within both as was originally intended. There also wasn't any announcement on where the funding will be allocated, and a lot of places that I know and that we speak to were expecting that to happen. So what that will do is put pressure on council's ability to spend money this financial year. Another thing which is clear is that as a country we've really fallen behind on public service reform. Public services need constant tweaking and adjustment in order to keep pace with the changing needs of society. And if you take two examples, one is local population health. There are now an increasing number of economically inactive people, and that's putting pressure on the economy's ability to grow. And that's an area which has been neglected and needs some serious reform. Another even more specific area is children's residential care. If you look at that, the market is completely broken there, with private providers charging a lot of money to councils and not delivering a great service. So to unpack all of this and to specifically think about the impact on local areas and public service reform more broadly, I'm really delighted to say that the next two episodes of the Radical Reformers podcast will be with Jessica Studart from New Local and Jack Shaw, who is a local government researcher and analyst. And I will be discussing with them the challenges that local government faces and public service reform more broadly. So I hope you can tune in.